Hello everyone and welcome to the Smashi Business Show. Today is Friday, 2025 and I am Abdul Majid Aman.
And I'm Sabir Rahman.
And today we have some very interesting stories. It's a lot of money involved. Emirates has reported. What do you expect from a business show? Money.
Yeah, it's all about money.
But yeah, Emirates reports record first half profit in this year as premium travel demand has surged for their airline. Dubai's Varkey group is in talks to raise 400 million in debt financing. Qatar is to transfer $3.5 billion to Egypt, very needed by Egypt, for major Mediterranean tourism megaproject. And Aramex resumes delivery to Syria after a decade-long pause. And the very first story, that is it. By the way, Untold is happening. Sami and team are really busy. So Sami, thank you for being here. I had a lot of shoots last night.
I'm just a manager. Team does the job.
Yeah,
I always say that.
The producer of the show right now in the studio went home at 3, is still half asleep, half awake. But it's the season of things happening, so yes, we can't really complain. But Emirates Airline is not complaining at all. They have they've posted a record-breaking first half profit for the 2025-26 financial year, reinforcing its position as the world's most profitable carrier. The Dubai-based airline recorded a 17% rise in pre-tax profit, reaching 11.4 billion dirhams in just the one half, or about 3.1 billion US dollars, compared to 9.7 billion a year earlier. The results highlight continued global travel demand, particularly in premium segments, and strong operational performance across the airline's network.
Revenues for the first 6 months rose 6% to AED 65.6 billion, while operating costs increased by just 4%. Fuel remained the largest cost component, accounting for 30% of total expenses. Emirates carried 27.8 million passengers, a 4% increase year on year, and expanded its fleet to 265 aircrafts, up from 260 the previous year.
Yeah, so they bought 5 new airplanes.
Yeah. In a year, 5 new airplanes.
It's just 5 airplanes. But yeah, Emirates Group, the airline's parent company, also reported record results with a pre-tax profit of 12.2 billion dirhams, marking its 4th consecutive half-year record. For the last 4 years, they've been increasing it, as has Augustus Media also. But we're not boasting about it. It's okay, yeah. But group revenue climbed 4% to 75.4 billion dirhams, allowing the company to pay $2 billion in dividends to its owner, the Investment Corporation of Dubai. In the cargo business, Emirates Sky Cargo saw freight volumes grow 4% to 1.3 million tons, although yields softened due to weaker demand in some markets. Meanwhile, Dinata, the group's ground handling and service arm, reported 14% increase in revenue, which is 11.7 billion dirhams, with profits up 17% to 843 million for Dinata.
Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, chairman and CEO of Emirates Airline and Group, said global travel demands remain buoyant. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Buoyant. Despite geopolitical and economic concerns, he added that the airline expects this resilience to continue for the remainder of the year.
Looking ahead, Emirates plans to boost capacity of its new Airbus A350 aircraft. They will join the fleet, and additional Dinata facilities are also coming online soon. Industry analysts predict even stronger results once delayed aircraft deliveries resume, thanks to the expanding premium economy capacity, higher yields, and operational efficiencies. I was talking to Rich the other day, and we were discussing Emirates CEO. Dubai Air Show is coming up, so if you guys don't know, it's coming up. All the airlines, everyone is there. Boeing is there, Airbus is there.
All the big shots are there.
Yeah, this year Israeli companies won't be participating. According to the companies, they were told not to. According to organizers, they themselves pulled out. Story we gave both sides of the story on our feed also, but Emirates CEO is saying that we are going to be attacked by everyone literally, because everyone will try to get a piece of Emirates. They will try to sell us airplanes, they will try to sell us services, everything. Funny thing, and me and Rich were discussing this, that there's only 2 plane makers in the world, Boeing and Airbus.
Yes,
we need a third player.
No, I guess there are more, but they're not that famous and they don't have that much of clients.
Yeah.
I guess there are. I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Let
But
me look at it.
whenever you see an airplane, it's usually A380
Yes.
because
Any
Airbus,
big airline
Boeing,
will go with that.
right? So we need a third big player because this duopoly, as Rich called it, it's not working, to be honest. Boeing, the last the last airplanes that we had to receive, new ones for Emirates, was 2020. And it's 2026 nearly, and they still haven't delivered the airplanes which were supposed to come in 2020.
5 years.
So imagine,
I mean, 6 years now.
nearly 6 years now, and this is the condition of the market. Anyone who comes in and spends 1 year on production of new airplanes and just be like, yeah, take it from me, take it from me. So they're retrofitting, they're basically using new parts in old airplanes and sometimes old body parts with new systems.
Basically, they're making planes out of spare parts.
Yeah, it's basically having, I think, Nissan Petrol with a, I think, Ford some other engine. So they're just trying to make it work. Every airline is suffering because of this.
See, there's Comac, ATR, and Sukhoi.
Yeah, but they're not.
They're not as big as these.
You'll never see
they're
Emirates, Qatar Airways, the big ones that we say,
Mm.
British Airways. No, none of them use any of those. So
Yeah,
I think
true that.
also it's mostly the passenger part of the side. Commercial airplane, I know there's so many companies that give commercial
And private
planes,
jets as well.
Private,
There are a
and
lot
then
of-
there's the military jets. There
They're-
are a lot of other. But the main point
Lockheed is
is
the biggest
we need
manufacturer.
someone to give competition to Boeing and Airbus, and we
In
hope.
passenger aircrafts.
Yeah, and we hope someone comes from this region. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But next up is also a Dubai story. Dubai-based Varkey Group, famously known for their GEMS education system, the GEMS schools. They are in talks to raise around $400 million in debt financing. According to people familiar with the matter, and as reported by Bloomberg, discussions are underway with major lenders, including First Abu Dhabi Bank, Dubai Islamic Bank, and Synergy Capital. Additional participants may join the credit deal, potentially increasing the total amount. So it can go up from 400 to 600.
Sources says the fund raised will be used primarily for capital refinancing as the group looks into strengthen its financial position and streamline operations. The discussions are still ongoing and no final decisions have been made regarding the structure of time or timing of the deal.
Yeah, and the Varkey Group, controlled by Indian-born billionaire Sunny Varkey, who used to sell fruits on the street at some point in his life. His parents came here. They started a school. Very nice name. I forgot the name. R English something school. And then he came back after studying in India and started and made GEMS education a behemoth that is today. He has built one of the largest networks of private schools through GEMS education. Over the years, the company has expanded globally, attracting major investors, including Brookfield Asset Management, which took a stake in the business recently last year.
Analysts say the potential fundraising highlights renewed credit activity among UAE-based family conglomerates, reflecting growing investors' confidence in the region's private markets. The education sector is particularly continues to show strong post-pandemic growth, driven by population expansion and demand for high-quality private schooling.
And observers also note that Varkey Group's move comes amid increasing interest from local and international lenders seeking exposure to the UAE's education and services sector. We've seen it happen to a lot of bigger groups, retail groups, giants, but this is the first time that we've seen such a big amount from private credit moving towards an educational institution. But both of the UAE's education and services sectors are seen as resilient and cash-generating industries. The deal could help the company improve liquidity and reduce refinancing risk.
If finalized, this would rank among the largest private credit deals by a UAE-based education firm this year. Market watchers are also speculating whether the financing could pave the way for new growth initiatives or even potential restructuring within the wider Varkey Group portfolio.
Yeah, and mainly it's that they're getting more money.
Yeah.
Don't go on the technical terms of debt refinancing and capital restructuring. To very simply explain to you, every big company works on that. They take money from the bank, they use it, they generate money from that.
And then
they give some money back to the bank in the form of payments, and then they keep the profits. So they're basically refinancing their debt, refinancing the capital that they have, the money that they have. Don't get confused with that. The main part is they are getting money from the banks, and banks are ready to give money to them.
Because they trust them, basically.
Yeah, and GEMS is a name. If you ever move to this region and if you move to UAE, first time you ask anyone which school, they'll say GEMS.
Yeah.
And the very interesting part is they don't have just the same fee structure across all schools.
No, they have
high
variable. Yeah, variable.
so tier 1, 2, 3 high-end schools.
So they
low-end
cater to
schools.
every class of the society,
Yes.
so that they can provide
all the demographics.
Yes, and the similar kind of education level as well, right?
I think the cheapest school, I have a 5-year-old, so the cheapest school in GEMS that I could find, they had a yearly fee of, I think, 15,000 dirhams, which is too less
which is not
as
bad.
compared to other schools, right? And then you get the GEMS quality
Banner.
with it. That's the main idea, that you get the quality of teaching, the quality of place, the quality of infrastructure, grounds, this, that. The most expensive GEMS school, we've reported on it extensively.
Kings?
GEMS is also the most expensive school in Dubai. They've opened it. They have a helipad in that whole facility.
Which one is it?
GEMS.
GEMS?
GEMS is building the most expensive school in Dubai, and the fees could go up to, I think, $200,000 per year.
Per year,
They cater to 15,000 dirhams per year, and then they're opening a school which will go up to $200,000.
Dollars?
Yeah, dollars, not even dirhams.
700,000 dirhams roughly.
A year. They're building a helipad, bro. It makes sense, I think. So, yeah, that is what GEMS gives you. It gives you the option to send your son to the school however much you earn, and they provide those. The whole story, we did a Dreamers about Sunny Varkey, and it was a very nice story to read about him. That he did, when his parents came, there was very big market teach English to the kids.
Okay.
It wasn't even like teaching sciences or STEM education, all the new concepts that we see. It was just basic English. A lot of foreigners were starting to move here, and they wanted a school which has proper English teaching. And it wasn't only the Europeans; it was Chinese moving, it was the other countries moving. So they wanted that. So it started with one language idea that there are people who speak English and they want education here. And now they have every kind of system. It's not a promotional story. We're not paid to do this. Just saying because we're saying so many good things.
Because you're so
No, but it's
inspired by them, basically, I would say that.
The idea is all the main families and businesses and setups that were there when Dubai wasn't anything, and now today they are giants. We don't want to go back and look at their stories, or some people don't even know the stories. The story of GEMS, the story of Apparel Group, the story of Landmark Group, the New, all these stories, literally all these stories, they web into the story of Dubai.
Emaar.
Yeah, Emaar. So all these stories tell you that how Dubai, they did not just one day became, they did not build Burj Khalifa like they say, they didn't build Rome in a day.
No.
They didn't build Burj Khalifa in a day. It took them at least, I think, 2 decades to come to this point where the world wants to move here. So it takes time. So let's see what happens with this story. As soon as the new school opens, they're hiring. We did a story about them hiring. So if you want to teach at the most expensive school in Dubai, GEMS is the place. But moving on, another good story of 2 Middle Eastern countries trying to help each other. Qatar is set to transfer $3.5 billion to Egypt by the end of this year.
This year?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what they're doing is they're marking the first phase of a massive Mediterranean tourism development. Basically, they're building something for tourists, led by Qatari Diyar. It's a company, a construction development company, the real estate arm of the Gulf nation's sovereign wealth fund. So QIA basically owns Diyar, and they're paying $3.5 billion to Egypt. They're very well needed. Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli confirmed the deal during a signing ceremony in Cairo, describing it as a key milestone in the strengthening bilateral investment ties.
The project, located in Alam Al Room on Egyptian's northern coast, will include luxury hotels, golf courses, and resorts designed to attract both regional and international visitors. Egyptian officials said Qatar's total investment in the project could reach $30 billion over 7 years, making it one of the largest foreign direct investments in Egypt's tourism sector.
And once Qatari Diyar recovers its development costs, which is 30 billion if they're spending that much.
Expected cost, 30 billion.
15% of the profits will be allocated to Egypt's new Urban Communities Authority, reflecting a profit-sharing structure designed to support long-term national development goals. So it's not just they are spending money and making money. Egypt will get something out of it also. Officials say the hard currency injection direct payment will help Egypt unlock additional funding from the International Monetary Fund by easing liquidity pressures.
The agreement follows a similar move earlier this year when the United Arab Emirates invested 35 billion in Ras Al Hikma coastal project. Together, these Gulf investments are bolstering Egypt's ability to stabilize its economy and push forward with major tourism infrastructure initiatives.
And analysts note that the Qatari deal could help Egypt clear a long-awaited IMF review and access around $2.5 billion in new tranches. Me and Sami come from Pakistan, and we know how difficult it is to get money from IMF. Our country always tries to get it. Somehow it gets it, but the reviews are scathing. It's so scary when the IMF is like, okay, we gave you 10 billion. What did you do with it?
Yeah, I don't want to be discussing that. I get very political. That's why I don't want to discuss it.
But the IMF has been urging Cairo basically to accelerate state divestments and reduce the role of the military in commercial activities. Exactly same story. Same story.
An IMF mission is expected to visit Cairo before the end of IMF visit. Again, IMF visit is expected to visit Cairo before the end of the year to finalize progress on Egypt's 8 billion loan program. The new Qatari investment, the largest since last year's bailout, is seen as a critical step in restoring investors' confidence and revitalizing Egypt's northern tourism corridor.
So the main idea here is Egypt's northern coast. It's one of the most beautiful places in Middle East. The UAE story we did 35 billion. It was signed nearly at the end of last year. Aldar, the Abu Dhabi-based developer, they're a major part of it. And all the other companies which are situated in Abu Dhabi, I think Mudon also got some part of it. So all of them are combinedly investing in Egypt. Egypt gets a lot of money out of it. They can give some money back to IMF and then get a new loan.
I think Eagle Hills is investing.
Eagle Hills also. Al-Abbar, he has Eagle Hills. Eagle Hills is registered in Abu Dhabi. Is officed in Abu Dhabi also. It's, I think, EMAR for international investments. Just call it that. So EMAR invests here. But
I would say EMAR for Abu Dhabi.
EMAR for Abu Dhabi. That's the idea. But I think this whole project, the whole idea of developing the Egyptian northern coast, Saudi is interested. Qatar, we just told you, they're injecting 3.5 by the end of this year. Then a total project of 30 billion, UAE 35. Everyone is coming in, and it's to be honest, when you look at it, I had this discussion with one of the Egyptian colleagues, and they were like, why are they coming on our land and buying our land and owning our land? I was like, no, they can't own the land. It will always be Egypt's land. It's just long-term leases, and then there's bilateral partnerships where you say that, okay, I'll invest this much money. Over the 10 years, I'll take my money back. You have so many forecasts. You do a lot of research.
And there are job creations during that period. There is money that is generated during that period. And
tourism increases.
Long-term tourism increases, right?
So everything somehow will, to be honest, if you say what percentage out of 100 will benefit who, Egypt gets 51% out of it, to be honest. Qatar, investing money, making money, basic principle for them. But for Egypt, it's very nice because, again, as he said, jobs. That is the most important thing I have. Infrastructure development, because the roads leading to that place will be built.
Plus a whole new industry. I mean, it was there as well, but now you have more arms and expanded industry available. Tourism.
Yeah, I'll tell you this example. Last weekend, we were in Ras Al Khaimah, me and my wife. As soon as we went for a brunch and then stayed the night, when we went there was no one. And because we went to the restaurant and I didn't look at the beach side, we were a little side. And then I went and sat and I was like, no one is here.
Marjan?
We went to, what was the hotel name? Sorry. My wife handles all of that. No. I'll somehow remember it. But we went there, simply we sat for brunch and I was like, everything is so empty, no one's here, blah, blah, blah. And after like 30 minutes,
you're mistaken.
The whole place was full. It was a festival there. And then when we were like coming out of the restaurant and we started walking, it was full. It was full to the brim. The beach, there was no place to keep a towel. The swimming pools, there was no empty chair.
So I live in Sharjah, right? And not every weekend, but every next weekend I will visit Ras Al Khaimah, especially Marjan Island. All right.
Yeah, we were on Marjan Island.
I'm sure,
yeah, but
because the whole
yeah.
place, the whole Marjan Island belt is full of hotels,
Yeah.
and you won't find a single room.
Yeah.
Try to book it today. You won't find a single room.
Double, triple prices.
Yes.
And to be honest, sometimes more than Dubai prices.
Yes,
And
that's
like,
true.
what is happening
Because
here?
it's a hub of tourists.
Yeah.
They provide facilities.
Yeah.
Imagine 10 years down before, first time I came in Dubai, 2015, I guess, I never wanted to visit Ras Al Khaimah.
Yeah.
Right?
They've turned into
Yeah, there's one more state, Ras Al Khaimah. Oh, okay.
Oh, there's
I
7
kept it
states,
like that.
this.
Yeah, I kept it like
Yeah.
that. Now, it's the most happening place over the weekend.
And even before the casino has opened and
Yeah,
the whole
even before
resort
that,
has opened,
even
the
before
Vin
that, yeah.
resort, I was there and I looked at the construction. So the last time I went was like 6-7 months ago. And this time I went and they've like nearly half constructed the building.
You've
The
seen,
exterior, right?
You can see the building from 2
I don't know.
kilometers far.
Yeah. But it's really interesting. The idea here is that they will build that place. Eventually, we will see that. My point was, that Egypt's northern coast is still very famous.
Yes.
People come there. For example, if a person who has the spending capacity of $1,000 per night or for 2 or 3 days, now you see people who have the capacity to spend $6,000. So the more development that you do, the more money comes out. The more spending power, people who have the spending power, they will come.
Yes.
So that is how you attract more capital. So it will 100% favor Egypt. But obviously Qatar is there to make money. Obviously, we can't say Qatar is not there to make money. They're doing a brotherly favor.
Egypt was always known for their historic tourism. But now you will have, which is
Grand
obvious.
Egyptian Museum just opened,
Yeah, which is there and which was there before my time. My mamu used to go to Egypt because of historic reasons and only reason to history and all.
Yeah.
But now people will go for luxury as well.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And luxury is where the money is. You know it very well.
Very interestingly, makes sense for our conversation as well. I was just looking at a LinkedIn post. A lady, she's a digital media something in Egypt. She posted a picture of Ramses II, the main entering attraction. It was in the middle of a square on a road, and the picture, there's like 100 people walking around and no one cares. Because it's in the middle of the street, they see it every day. And then there was a picture of it now with the Grand Egyptian Museum open and everyone, and there's like 5 security guards around it.
Now
there's a
now
boundary.
it becomes a thing.
Right?
Now it's a thing.
She was saying that I want to find my own Grand Egyptian Museum because sometimes you are that important, but you're in a very weird environment and no one cares. But then you put yourself in the correct environment, in the correct culture.
It's like how you package it.
Yeah.
No matter you create a good piece of work and you don't present it well, then nobody cares, right?
No one will
You
care.
have to work on the presentation. So to me, it's more of building that package and providing it to the right people who can
And Egypt's northern coast, Qatar, Diyar, UAE, Aldar, Mudan,
know
all
it
of
very
them, they will package it so nicely.
Yeah, we have seen this.
Yeah, we have seen
Come
it.
on, UAE, we have seen this.
You have seen it in UAE.
Yeah.
It's just what's going to happen and it's good for the country. That's the main argument. But last story, a nice feel-good story before we end the show. Logistics giant Aramex, which was founded by one of the very famous veteran entrepreneurs of the region, Fadi Gandoor, Aramex has resumed parcel and freight deliveries to Syria as of September 15, 2025. We're reporting on it late because they sent out the press release and the whole social media post yesterday. So they started it, they checked the market, and now they've announced that they're doing it. They ended a suspension that lasted more than a decade. 10 years, they didn't do any deliveries there. The company said the move marks a major step towards rebuilding trade routes and restoring cross-border connectivity across the Levant, with Damascus receiving the first shipment under the new renewed operations.
Sorry about that. The restart followed months of coordination with Syrian and regional authorities in infrastructure upgrades and compliance checks to ensure transport network and custom systems were ready. Aramex said that decision aligns with its broader regional growth strategy and reflects confidence in Syria's gradual reintegration into international commerce.
And this decision gives our customers the ability to send and receive shipments reliably while underscoring our commitment to resilient supply chains, said Hussam Al-Barakuni, Vice President for MENAT, Middle East and North Africa and Turkey at Aramex. The company added that the move will help reconnect the Syrian diaspora with families and businesses inside the country and support local enterprises dependent on stable logistics access.
Aramex described the resumption as a turning point for regional logistics, signaling that reopening of a key Middle Eastern trade corridor disrupted since 2011. The firm expects trade flow to grow steadily as infrastructure stabilizes, helping drive reconstruction, e-commerce growth, and economic recovery in Syria.
Just to tell you, we have a few colleagues who are from Syria. Marwa is from Syria. Farah is half Syrian. Her mother is from Syria, I think. So yeah, those people will be happy if they have family there. They can now send them Dubai chocolate, I think, through Aramex.
We incorporated Dubai chocolate in it.
Always have a good segue, but yeah, thanks for
That's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for tuning into Smashi Business Show. Make sure to follow us across all social media channels at Smashi Business. Stay ahead with our daily newsletter. You'll find the subscription link in the description below.
This has been a Smashi Business Show, a Smashi Business production, part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. A big shout out to our more than 2 million monthly listeners across all platforms. Whenever we're live on the show, you can write a comment with feedback, comment with your own opinions. We'll read them out for sure, and we'll call out your name as well. So you guys make this possible. If you're any listener, any viewer, we appreciate you. Have a great day. We'll see you on Monday now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.